guys, we're back with Barney. So this is a dog that's had an electronic collar put on it before. So if you're training a dog that somebody says was trained before, you definitely need to ask that. I've made that mistake before. I think with Frisbee, I didn't realize he had an electric collar used. Anyway, we're making her stay there because she was cold, so I bundled her all up. But what I'm saying to myself is, my job is to help this dog understand the collar is what I'm saying it is, not what he thought it was before, because what this dog will do, and it's very consistent in what it does. The second he feels a collar, and that's what we're talking about, the stimulus response, and I don't mean the stimulus on the collar, just an external stimuli. His response is to tighten up. I've conditioned him to the point he'll kind of tighten up, and then he'll turn and then bust out of it. And so in the beginning with a dog like this, it's very, very important to have a bias towards distance. When the association that he makes with me in the e-call, it's the pager's way over there, and he's coming back to me and getting the food. And, you know, he's in a state of joy when they're running like that. The reason you don't want to do it all close in, there's not enough time. There isn't much time for joy. If we are not having a bias towards distance with the collar, and I talk about this all the time, you guys, but if our bias is towards everything close, everything is happening right around here, you're never going to fix a dog like that. And I'm going to fix this dog. He's going to have a happy attitude, and that part's going to be forgotten, but I need to be aware of that. I can't correct the dog out of that. And it's, you know, it's not even, at this point, it's not even creating the behavior. I'd have to recreate the behavior. So the fact that he can't see me right now is good. Barney! And again, in that scene, my character was leaving. So he bought it hook, line, and sinker. He's not thinking, oh, she's drawing me in there. Now there's going to be a bunch of stuff with the collar. Barney! You know, and he doesn't know. I leave, I change my mind. Who knows? He's very fascinated with this pit bull. Barney! So you can see it happen there. It's the opposite, really, of mine. And it was very subtle right there, but if you put it in slow-mo, it's a slight, and that's what happens. This dog has been hit with continuous. Its muscles tighten up. It continues to move, but in a tight fashion, and then bam, he kind of pops out of it. Oh, and the precious pibble. She's warming up now. She's warming up. But what I don't want with him is a dog that just sits there and looks at me and tries to get food. Because then that's not really me controlling. And I know you're saying, why aren't you correcting him? I'm finna get him with a nick here in a minute. Oops. Luckily, the dropping distracted him. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not correcting him, because that's not who I want to be to him. You know what I mean? I don't want to be someone that, any more than if this dog snapped at him. All right, so let's see what we can get him doing on the leash here. There isn't going to be, that's what I want you guys to understand. What I'm going to make it a point, because I know this dog has been pulled on with the leash. And I've got that leash hooked to that electronic collar, absolutely. And please don't come on there and this is people on YouTube and tell me, oh, it's going to cause all these problems. It's you that's doing it wrong. All right, so now we're going to totally use the food. And I'm going to use the bill jack. I'm going to try using the bill jack. Because what we want him to do, and again, it's kind of the same thing with Fred, I want to be able to elicit a certain state of mind in the dog. If I take it out in public, I want to be able to have this state of mind, even if it's just to put on a show. All right, so I'm going to add my pager, and I'm also going to understand that that's going to cause the dog to tighten up, so I'm going to do it in the sense that I am going to be moving away, and then just adding my word heel. I really don't know how well he knows all that. Barney. I want you to watch real close. Uh-oh. Good. My pit bull warmed up. Good. Good. Heel. Barney. All right, I'm going to tell you right now, he's thinking of getting ugly with his new friend over this food. Barney. Heel. Oh, you precious Barney. I'll tell you how he's doing. He's doing great.
Yes.